Hey, what's up guys? John Rettinger here with the review for you of the Samsung Jack for AT&T Wireless. This is the spiritual successor to the Samsung Blackjack 2 and the Blackjack that preceded it. So this will run you $99 on AT&T after rebates and 2-year contract. So let's jump right into the review. This is a phone and it has to make good phone calls. And this is one area where the Jack really did not shine. It was dropping calls left and right with full 3G signals. I thought maybe it might be an AT&T network issue, so I swapped SIM cards and tried it in 2 other phones, called exactly the same number in exactly the same place, and I had great call quality with no drop calls. So I think the cell radio in the Samsung Jack may not be the best, or at least in this unit wasn't the strongest, so definitely be wary. So now that we have that aside, there are a lot of positives about the device that I want to talk about. The first is the on-screen QWERTY keyboard. As you can see, the keys are all very close together with no space in between, like you might find on the Samsung Epics, for example, with the space between the keys, or even on a BlackBerry Curve. It's very similar, in fact, to the BlackBerry Bold. The keys are large and have rounded edges, and I had no problem getting used to typing. Really, after just about 20 minutes of use, I was going with probably about 90% accuracy, which I think is as close as you can get on a device with a QWERTY keyboard like this. You're never going to have full accuracy of a standard keyboard. So the keyboard really is one strong point of the device. I should mention though that since there's no space between the keys, it's laid with just a single sheet. The keys actually are one entire piece of plastic. So if you push in the middle, you can see a little bit of give. It was a tiny bit disconcerting, but not bad, just something to keep in mind. So while we're talking about that, let's go into build quality of the device. Build quality I think is fantastic on the Samsung Jack. It feels sturdy, it feels solid. I never felt like I was going to break it or drop it. The chrome accents on the back and the sides I think add a little bit of class and make it look like a business device. The 3.2 megapixel camera is located right in the middle, and I like the location of it. It's got a really large speaker grill above it, and it just exudes confidence. I think it's a very strong looking device. I don't think the Blackjack 2 had the best build quality. It always looked a little bit cheap to me. I think Samsung actually fixed that with this device. So while we're on build quality, let's go ahead and talk about speaker strength. The speakerphone on this is absolutely fantastic. It's actually probably one of the best speakerphones I've ever used. It is very loud. So loud, in fact, you could use it almost as a conference line if you're on a conference call. So the Samsung included something very interesting with this device. They included this super scrolling. So if you're scrolling down a web page or scrolling down anything and you hold down the down button, it'll scroll actually very quick. And this super scrolling did work very nice. If you want to get from the top of the page down to the bottom, you can do it with a lot of ease. I've always been a big fan of Windows Mobile 6.1 Standard, so again, non-touchscreen, and it is a great implementation here. It's got a lightning fast, over 500 megahertz processor, which really I didn't feel any lag at all. It's got plenty of ROM, plenty of RAM, and this thing is probably one of the quicker Windows Mobile 6.1 Standard devices that I've used. They really can be memory hogs, so it was quite nice to see this thing hauling through. So one other thing that I want to talk about, I've been testing this device while I'm testing the Curve 8900 for AT&T, and even just holding the two next to each other, it is very apparent that the screen on the Jack is much lower resolution. The Jack has a 320 by 240 resolution, whereas the Curve has a 480 by 360. And after you look at a higher res screen and then look back to the Jack, it can't help but look a little bit washed out. Something to keep in mind. If you're not going to be having another phone next to it, you're not going to notice it, but it was something that sort of started to bother me as I was looking at other phones. The micro SD card slot is external, which I definitely like. The call volume on this was actually quite loud, not using speakerphone. The internal microphone and speaker was actually very loud. I could hear people great. When I wasn't dropping calls, people on the other end could hear me, and I could hear them without any white noise recorded. I will say though that the 3G radio was very strong in here. I was able to get a strong 3G signal. I might have not always been able to make a call out, but the signal strength was actually much stronger on this than it was on the iPhone, for example, as far as 3G is concerned. So definitely something to keep in mind. Overall, I did really like the Jack, but I couldn't get over the call quality, and the drop calls made it almost useless for me. So definitely something to keep in mind. It may have just been this unit. I recommend going to your local AT&T store if you're interested in this device, making a couple of test phone calls and trying it out there. Like I said, it very well could have been the test device that I was sent. Samsung generally has very good call quality, so I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt in this case, and just assume it was a bum phone. So guys, in conclusion, on a scale from 1 to 5, I'd give the Samsung Jack a very solid 3.5, with the only knock coming from the very regular drop calls. Taking that out of the equation, assuming that wasn't a problem, I would have given this a very, very solid 4. Call quality when it worked was great. Battery life is fantastic. You'll easily get 2 days or up to 15 on standby. It's got a really hefty battery in it. Wi-Fi signal strength was strong. GPS was very quick to lock onto the satellites. Everything worked as advertised with the one exception. So if you're in the market for a Windows Mobile standard device, I think this really is a good choice. Samsung and AT&T claim this to be upgradable to 6.5 when that's available, but they're very slow on issuing upgrades, so I wouldn't hold your breath for a 6.5 update. Live with 6.1. It actually works very well on this phone. So guys, this was a review for you of the Samsung Jack. I hope you enjoyed. For exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.